This is something that I simply would never wear. You know, not really my thing. This is potentially genuinely cute. I'm gonna struggle to make this into an outfit that I like. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Hello everyone. I am giddy with excitement today because this week we are opening and styling a mystery box. Mystery bag, I guess. The Goodwill stores in my area put together assorted mystery grab bags. This one is 12 tops for $10. And they can be a really mixed bag. Some stuff that's really cute, some stuff that's clearly a Goodwill reject for a reason, and a lot of stuff in between. I'm guessing we're gonna end up with a lot of pieces that are maybe fine, similar to old items many of us have in the back of our closets, but that may just feel a bit tired or boring or dated. So my goal in this little challenge is to A, have fun and be surprised and exercise my creativity, and B, to find some ways we can all update our styling for those old, outdated pieces we're not wearing anymore in the backs of our closets to feel fresh and stylish again in 2026. Maybe instead of sending them off to Goodwill. Okay, I simply can't wait any longer. Let's open it up and see the first item. Okay, I'm gonna try not to look before I grab. Let's see. The first item is, oh, a black tube top. Easy. Really can't go wrong with this. I could style this a million ways. It feels pretty comfortable too. Sometimes the fabrics are the real drawbacks on these, but no, this is 91% cotton. Cute. This isn't even that exciting because, like, what's the challenge? It's just a black tube top, but I feel like I have so many potential ways to style this. Amazing start. Now, what next? Oh, okay. A striped top. Oh, a simple black and white striped tank top. This feels like a perfect example of one of those things where, like, it's fine. A lot of us probably have something like this lying around, an old striped tank in our closet, but it feels a little of a previous era. So this is the perfect piece to, like, try to update with styling. I'm excited for this. And this also feels quite comfortable. I should mention, this is a bag of all tops that are a size large because that is the only thing they had available. I typically wear a size small, so I'm sure these won't all quite fit or look quite right on me, but I'll do my best. And hopefully some of them it won't even matter. Okay, great start. Next up. Ooh, this is kind of a cool pattern. Wait, is it a workout top? It has sort of a sporty vibe to it. It has a racer back, it has these seams, but it's like peachy stripes. This is kind of cute to me. This is kind of fun. I don't hate this fabric, but I don't love it. Yeah, it's 100% polyester. It feels like sort of a performance fabric. It looks like kind of a looser fit. Again, much like the black and white stripes, this feels like inoffensive, pretty normal article of clothing that many of us have around, but just, yeah, not like particularly of the moment or trendy, but that does not mean that we can't style it. And I kind of love these little sporty seams. They're not really that visible on the front, but fun. Okay, next up. What are you? Oh, okay, brown. Feels soft, feels comfy. Oh, just a plain brown tank top. Easy. Man, this might be like the most worthwhile mystery bag I've ever gotten. This looks like the fit is intended to be a little looser and baggier, which might be tricky, but might be fine. Again, a very simple base. Not that exciting, but we can definitely refresh it with some styling for spring and summer. This is like very thrilling for me, but also maybe making for a less thrilling and more boring video because the clothes are not actually that crazy, but for my styling purposes, that makes them easier to work with. Okay, next item. What are you? Ooh, blue, sort of ombre. Okay, okay, okay. You know, not really my thing, but could be worse. Ombre feels very late 2000s, early 2010s to me, but I honestly feel like it's one of those things that it feels so dated that it's kind of coming back. That said, I do think this is the most difficult so far. This will be the hardest for me to style. I also hate these buttons. This is one of my least favorite types of buttons. But I don't hate like the fact that there are buttons. And like the shape and silhouette is fine. This also feels quite soft and comfy. I'm shocked at how good the fabrics are generally feeling so far. So far, this is the one I'm most nervous about actually styling in a way that I will like and think is cute. Finally, we've got more of a challenge here. Okay, what's next? What are you? Oh, okay, okay. Another sort of workout top. It does say Under Armour on the front. This is something that I simply would never wear. It's not really about it feeling dated. I just would never wear workout wear with like the brand name as a graphic like this on the front. I'm gonna struggle to make this into an outfit that I like. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, again, like it's pretty basic. It feels soft and comfy, but very sporty, the branding, the lettering, not really my thing. I think I jinxed it by saying everything was good in this bag. Okay, what's next? Ooh, purple and lace. Okay, I love that. What are you? Oh, okay, wait. This is potentially genuinely cute. Flowy purple tank top, lacy trim on the bottom. That's become very trendy again lately. The back is kind of weird. It has these little like extra straps. This was such a thing in like 2014. But from the front, I think this is cute. It's a nice flowy shape. This would be so good for layering under stuff with the lace poking out. This I'm actually excited about. Okay, we're back, baby. This made up for the Under Armour shirt. Next up. Okay, black. Basic black bodysuit, and it kind of feels like a swimsuit. Is this supposed to be a swimsuit? It has a built-in little shelf bra. I mean, this is fine. I don't really wear bodysuits, but I don't know. You would just wear it as like a simple basic black tank top, right? So that feels pretty wearable to me. Square neck, not bad. Don't love the fabric. Like I said, it feels sort of swimsuity, but as far as how it looks, I actually think this will be totally fine. Okay, next up. This is light blue. Looks like just a light blue cami, and that's it. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, but it is maternity clothes. But it's just a cami, so I guess it's fine. Wow. I'm really surprised by the number of just like simple basics in here. I thought it would be more weird discarded items. But a lot of these, I'm like, really? No one bought this? Okay. This one does have clip-offable little straps. I guess that's what makes it a maternity top. Again, not exciting, but not bad. Just sort of a normal tank top. Okay. What's next? Was getting a bag of 12 too much? They didn't have any that were only 6. They only had 12. Ooh, red. I do love to wear red. Oh, and it's, again, just a simple red tank top, man. Easy. I have a tank top very similar to this in my own size. I feel very confident that I can style this. So there you go. Another basic. Okay. Will this even be a challenge? I don't know. Some of them, but not that many. Okay, this one feels very silky. Oh, we've got a funky little pattern. And it's just a sheer tank top, which might be kind of fun to play with for layering. This is more the kind of thing I was expecting. There's a little more interest going on. It's more blousey. There's a pattern, but the pattern feels a little dated. But we're gonna figure out a way to update it, make it cool, make it feel a little fresh and exciting. And I feel like we can do that with this, even though, yeah, this pattern isn't really something I would normally go for, but like, it's fine. It's simple. It's nothing crazy. I like the color. I'm excited to play with the sheer element of this. I think this will be fun. Okay, feels like this is our last item. Oh my gosh, it has fish on it. This is the last one. And it's a little fish tank top. This is cute. I'm surprised this is in here. This should have been trendy like quite recently. So I'm surprised to see this, but not mad about it. Sort of like a loose, boxy, cropped fit. Little fish design. Fabric feels nice, like maybe a cotton linen. Let's see, what are you made of? It's a linen rayon blend. I don't mind that. Aw, I think this is cute actually. I'm excited. Wow, okay, quite a mixed bag. Honestly, these are easier to style than I was expecting. I guess we'll see once I try. Maybe I'll fail. But overall, I'm feeling very equipped and ready and just excited. Some a little nervous, but mostly I'm looking forward to it. Let me just get into styling, I guess. Let's do it. Okay, we are starting with our black and white striped tank top for sort of a low-level challenge. And here's what I came up with. Here's my thought process on this. I feel like when I see a black and white striped tank top like this, I immediately think 2010s indie alt. But obviously, this style exists outside of that. And another less obvious style genre that comes to mind for me is more of a late 2000s kind of like subtly alternative grungy vibe. I thought that would be a more interesting thing to channel with this top that also just feels a little cooler because it feels less recent. That era is a little more on trend right now. And I also really wanted to soften the black and white with more muted tones because I'm just not a huge fan of black and white contrast in general anywhere in my style. So my first thought was this brown cardigan. This has a bit of a late 2000s vibe to me with this little collar. It's also brown, which sort of mutes and softens the black and white stripes. Then on the bottom, the cargo pants with the lower rise also feel a bit 90s, 2000s. They also add a more muted tone. Then for shoes, I just threw on my brown clogs for something that feels a little cutesy, but still goes with the look. I think sneakers or boots would also work well with this. And then I had to add a bit of color somewhere, so I thought this was the perfect time for this sort of a plummy burgundy bag, which I think works really well with the brown and this sort of muted gray-green. The black and white actually adds some maybe necessary contrast now that the rest of the outfit is more muted and earthy. Yeah, I think this outfit totally works. I would wear this. I feel like I would see this on Pinterest and be like, oh my God, she looks so cool. And it's not even that crazy of an outfit. It's like pretty practical. It's just sort of pairing this with something that still makes sense with it, but feels a little less expected than like the immediate, more dated way that comes to mind that we've all already styled these black and white striped tops a million times. I hope that makes sense. Okay, next, I was inspired to style the fish tank top. We're gonna work up to the more difficult ones, okay? But for now, I mean, this one, the outfit just jumped out to me. Here it is. I saw this and I immediately thought, you know what would be so cute? Some playful striped pants. I love the blue and green together. Then, you know, we've got this playful, summery sort of fisherman vibe, so I added my fisherman sandals. And then to keep it from being too preppy and nautical, I also added my big old tote bag with all my pins on it and threw my hair up in a claw clip for a more, you know, relaxed summer vibe. I also added some bangles, threw on some sunglasses because this feels very summery, and I went for these reddish ones because I thought they brought like a fun warm tone to this outfit. They play into this playful, colorful feel. I love this. I would 100% wear this. I don't know if this was really much of a challenge, but if you need some inspiration to style your fish stuff you got last year or the year before, keep wearing it. You'll look so cute. I love this. Okay, next we have our brown tank top, and this outfit is a little different for me. It might be a little unexpected, but I love it. I don't know where I'm wearing this, but I think it looks so cute. The thing about this brown tank top is that it is way too long on me. It could almost be a mini dress. And at first I was like fighting with it. I kept trying to figure out how I could like tie it up or tuck it in, and then it just looked weird and baggy. And then I thought, why not just let it out, embrace it, pair it with a mini skirt, and sort of make it all one piece, one silhouette together. So that's what I did. And then because this is long and baggy, I cinched it at the waist to give it a bit of a shape. And then, you know, with this bagginess, the brown, the flowy white skirt, it felt very boho. So then I was like, why stop at one belt when I could layer three together? Twist them off to the side a little, get this asymmetrical hemline going, and now it's like I'm a Coachella queen. I also like that I can sort of nudge this off one shoulder, take what was just like a top that's long and shapeless and baggy, and give it this really kind of cool slouchy look. Then I added this slouchy white leather bag just to continue the slouchy boho vibes. I kept the jewelry, the hair up, and then of course, you know, the star that really elevates it all. These boots. These really add like a cool elevated sharpness and definition to this more slouchy look that I think really levels it up from if I just use more casual boots, you know what I mean? This is definitely not how I normally dress. This is pretty like outside of my day-to-day style. I would love where you guys think I should wear this outfit, because honestly, it looks so cute. I feel like I would wear it out if I had the right situation for it. This outfit was a great experiment in letting the weird things about the top guide the outfit instead of fighting with them. Using the length and sort of this baggy shape to create something new that I wouldn't normally go for. Okay, next we are styling one of our very, very basic tops. Not a huge challenge, but my goal here was just to use it in a cute outfit, and here we are. I was trying to think of this as how I might style an old tire tank top that I got years ago, and I feel like with those types of pieces, we tend to sort of automatically pair them with other pieces we got around the same time and other pieces that we've already styled with them because our brain just like goes to those combinations. And then sometimes the tank top feels tired when really it's a timeless basic, but you're just so used to styling it in the same way, and that's what feels tired about it. But I feel like if you think of it as a new tank top and how you might style it if you got it right now, you can still get a great cute outfit out of it. This is my example. We've got this sort of pale blue cami. I paired it with the skirt because I love pale blue with these pinks and reds, and then there's also some blue in here, so it feels cohesive. Then I threw on my chunky brown clogs for a soft neutral, brown bag to match, white cardigan for a layer, and there you go. I really don't have much to say about this outfit. It feels like a very classic Liz outfit. I wear stuff like this all the time, and I like it with this top as well. And maybe I'll use this as inspiration for some of my boring old tank tops that maybe feel like I've worn them too much or like they're kind of out of styling potential, because clearly they're not. You can style a basic tank top with anything. Okay, next we have our sheer tank top, and I actually like this way more than I was expecting to. I didn't know what I was going to do with this top, and then it occurred to me, it's sheer, it's baggy, it's kind of like a sports pinny, like you would wear in gym class. what if I go that direction with it? So first I layered it over this white t-shirt and I was like, it is kind of giving sports penny, but like kind of in a cool way, kind of like elevated. And then I continued that vibe with these cargo pants on the bottom. And I don't know, it just clicked. I actually really like this. Then to continue the sporty vibes, I chose these like hiking sandal shoes. These also have a bit of a naturey, gorpy feel, which I feel like works well with the green color and the more organic pattern on this. It's like Gorpcore sports penny. And then I just added this bag because it has sort of a mirroring going on with the green and white in the pattern. I also like that it just adds more pattern and color to the outfit. It also has a little bit of like an earthy, gorpy vibe to me. And that's it. That's the outfit. I'm shocked how much I like this. I would walk outside in this right now. I feel cool. Are pennies fashion actually? Maybe. I'm into it. I also think the sheerness makes this like baggy layer on top of this somewhat baggy outfit work well. Like if this were completely opaque, I think it would be like too much fabric, too bulky, but the sheerness on top of the pants and the shirt, I don't know, it's just really working for me. Experimenting is so fun. I love to play dress up, do a little styling challenge. This rocks. I'm a fan. Okay, the sporty vibes of the last outfit gave me some inspiration and confidence to try the Under Armour tank top next. I realized this is similar to the last outfit. I hope it's not too similar. Honestly, I tried some different things and I was just like, ultimately, this is the best option, even if we've got the same pants. I am shocked at how much I like this. When I pulled this shirt out, I was like, I hate this. I'm not going to be able to make this work. But then after the last outfit, I just thought, why not lean into the sporty vibe, but also maybe do updated, more modern sporty vibe elements. Like, first of all, the layered basics look. I've really been into the look of this trend of like layering two tank tops together, layering a tank top and a t-shirt together, especially when they're simple basic pieces. I feel like it creates a very cool, effortless look while still being interesting. And I also like that generally pretty much everyone can do it with the basics they already own. Case in point, here, I've just got like a regular gray tank top under this and I think they look really cool together. You could also just like wear a sports bra that would probably have a similar effect, but I only have one sports bra and I think it's in the wash. And then on the bottom, baggy cargo pants. Again, they feel sporty, but not necessarily purely like you are literally going to the gym. You know, they have kind of a cool street style vibe. And again, same with these sort of hiking sandals. I also added this little sporty purple sling bag. Thank goodness we've got some color in here. I realize this looks very sporty. It's very different from my usual style and the way I dress, but I feel like it does look kind of cool, right? I don't know. For those of you who are very athletic, sporty workout people, and maybe that takes up a lot of your wardrobe and you feel very limited in the rest of your wardrobe, maybe try like mixing them together, mixing some of those gym clothes into your casual street style outfits. You might like them more than you expect. Okay, next we're going to style our two black tops. And because they are so similar and so boring, my goal is going to be to make them as different as possible. First, we have our outfit with the bodysuit. I was thinking for this one, this type of top bodysuit might be like automatically shoved away in your mind as a going out top. So I wanted to try to style it more for day to day. How I did this was really just kind of treat it like a normal basic black tank top. One of my go-to combos with a simple neutral tank is a flowy multicolored pattern skirt. So we've got that here. Then we've got these sleek black boots that do make it a little more elevated. They match the sort of sleek, shiny black top. But then to maintain a more cozy daytime dress down feel, I added this little marled fleecy cardigan. Then for a bag, we've got this little leather strip bag, which I think goes well with the colors in the skirt and also gives this outfit a more relaxed, casual vibe. And that's sort of it for this one. I love that we've got pattern, color, we've got texture here. We've got a cohesive coordination of dark neutrals and then these richer colors. Feels very chill, but interesting. I would 100% wear this. And there we go. Now let's do the tube top. All right, and here is our tube top outfit. Honestly, I think these outfits are pretty much interchangeable as far as the tops, but because we had a pattern skirt last time, I went for solid shorts this time. Then we added some color and pattern on top with this striped overshirt. And this feels like a very relaxed sort of go-to summer outfit formula. So I just sort of continued that feel with my fisherman sandals. I put my bangles back on and I added this chunky green beaded necklace. This feels very summery to me. And then I thought this green and blue combo would look good with some warm purple added in. I love the color palette this creates. It feels playful and unexpected, but still pretty subdued and understated. Honestly, my impulse was to do a more colorful pattern bag, but I thought that's just sort of an obvious go-to for me, and I wanted to switch it up a little. Again, nothing groundbreaking here, but a great way to style your plain black tube top or your black bodysuit that you usually use for going out. Okay, next we are styling the purple lace trim tank top, which is probably the piece I'm the most excited about in this whole bag because it's just the perfect layering piece. I love this outfit. Regular viewers know I recently made like a flowy lace trimmed white tank top specifically for this purpose. So having an option in this like warm, rich purple color that I clearly also like, thrilling. Maybe the best thing I've ever gotten in one of these bags. I hope you do not look at this and think, oh, I'm just trying to hide the rest of the tank top because I think it's ugly. I really don't. It's just that I think this tank top style is best utilized and shown off as a layer poking out from under something else. I went with this sweater on top because it's the perfect length for this lace trim, and also it has a little bit of a lighter purple in it, so I love how these colors work together. Then I kept my green necklace because that goes with the green in here, and then I had to bring back this purple bag again because look at how just delicious this color palette is. Then on the bottom, I wanted to keep it pretty subdued and casual because, you know, the top is a little more whimsical and fun, so I just went with these sort of charcoal jeans. But then for the shoes, I was compelled to lean into the whimsy again down here with these. These are perfect because they feel a little witchy, and that goes so well with this purple laciness. They're also kind of an orange color, which works with this. This feels unique and fun, but also ultimately like pretty chill and wearable at the same time. Like it's jeans and a sweater, but just with a little more going on. I love this outfit, 10 out of 10. I honestly could style this more, and I may do that in the future. Okay, next we're styling our pink striped workout tank, and you all don't even want to know how long it took me to come up with something I was satisfied with here, but this is what we have. Is this my favorite outfit in the world? No, but it's the best I could do. Here was my struggle with this one. This is like a sporty workout top, but I feel like I already exhausted my sporty outfit options, but it doesn't really go with stuff that isn't sporty. And also it's quite baggy on me, so I felt like I had to layer it to not flash people. So there were just a lot of limiting factors going on here, but this is where we've landed. Ultimately, I landed on these pants because they are not the sporty cargo pants I've already used, but they still feel like sort of casual and playful, and they could read sporty, you know, they can work with sneakers and a t-shirt. I also like that they have a relatively vibrant color. Nothing is going to be as bright as this tank top, but it can at least like hold its own a little bit. Underneath, I wanted something a little more muted with a little more nuance amongst these bright colors. So I went with this light yellow t-shirt. I also like that it adds in a new color, but it also kind of coordinates with the gold tones here. And then the top is still obviously a workout top, so I wanted to bring in some somewhat sporty elements. So I just added my sneakers and my climbing bag. I also feel like this is a great sort of muted item to add, chills out the outfit, but it also still has interest, and it also ties in the sportier feel. And that's the outfit. This was a really tough one for me. I'm not obsessed with this, but like, I don't think I would be like embarrassed to wear this out of the house. The way these colors are interacting is all kind of fun. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I feel like if I saw someone wearing something like this, I would think it was cool. All right, next up we have our last very basic tank top before we get to a more challenging final piece. It is just this plain red tank top, and here's the outfit. My like go-to formula for just a plain basic summer tank top is to pair it with like a flowy pattern skirt. I've done that multiple times in this video, so I wanted to switch it up a little here and go for some fun pattern pants instead. We've got these red and white gingham pants, perfect item to pair with a red tank top. I'm really into red and brown as a color combo. I think it's because red is so bright and sometimes a bit harsh. Brown is like the perfect thing to mute it out and make it feel more natural. So I wanted brown shoes, and I went with these garden clogs to bring, again, that like natural, earthy, comfy, casual feel to this look. Then for a layer on top, I just have this chambray button down, again, aligning with the like natural, earthy, casual feel. And then of course we have kind of a red, white, and blue going on here. So I wanted to add a little more color through an accessory to keep it from feeling too Americana, patriotic, not really my vibe. So of course, this was the perfect time to add the horse bag, which ties in with the red, but also, yeah, adds more different colors, kind of a different vibe. I feel like without the horse bag, this would read a little too classic preppy for me, but with it, I love it. Perfect outfit. Okay, that's all I have to say, which means it's finally time to move on to our most challenging piece. Although this one might end up being easier than that damn pink workout tank top. But this is the one I've been avoiding the longest. So let's see what I can do. All right, y'all, we got a little creative with this one. It's a little outside of my normal style, but I think it's a success. Here it is. Wow. What an outfit. When I put this top on, the baby doll shape was giving me sort of like a cutesy twee energy. And then the blue ombre was also giving me sort of like a beachy vibe. So I started with this skirt, which is sort of cutesy and sort of beachy. And then I was trying out like layers on top and none of them were looking quite right. And I thought, what if we put a layer underneath, like this little puff sleeve blouse? I feel like the Peter Pan color and the puff sleeve really works with the baby doll shape of this for that, again, sort of cutesy 60s-ish twee vibe. And that sort of removed it from the beachy inspiration, but I thought we had a solid vision here, so I kept going. Then I went with these clogs for sort of a cutesy retro looking shoe, brown bag to match. And then for our finishing touch, I just hated the buttons on this so much, especially, you know, they were clashing with the outfit. But then I thought, wait a minute, this is the perfect opportunity for this pearl beaded tie necklace. We've got the collar underneath, so it can layer well with that. It covers the buttons. Perfect. Isn't this so cute? My sister thrifted this for me at an estate sale and I've been just very excited about it. I also tucked this up a little bit just because I wanted the shirt tails to poke out and the skirt to be more visible outside of my usual style. But what a fun creative source of inspiration. Never would have come to this without this shirt to lead me here. All right, with that, we have styled every mystery item in that bag. And you know, I think this was an incredible creative challenge. I feel like I was forced to use my creativity in ways that I normally never am. At this point, I have been doing this for like 4 or 5 hours, so I'm sort of lost track of everything. But if I remember correctly, I think we came up with some really cute outfits. I would love to hear your thoughts on how I did with this challenge. Thank you so much for watching. And I heard if you leave a comment, watch another video, like maybe a previous edition of these. I've done several in the past, if you didn't know. If you leave a comment, watch some of those. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I heard the next time you end up with some sort of random secondhand clothing, such as a hand-me-down or a thrift mystery item, you will instantly come up with the perfect way to style it.